Hi everyone, it's Annie, and today I am really excited to do the Derry Girls book tag. I don't know if any of you are fans of that show, The Derry Girls, but I absolutely love it, and I was tagged by Anna over at Read to Me at Midnight because she tagged anyone who likes The Derry Girls. So, this is what we're doing today because I've been in kind of a video slump, I guess you could call it. I haven't really had any ideas of what to film. I have a bunch of vlogs that are ongoing, but nothing that I can just film really quickly and post and have ready. So this is what we're doing. First question is Erin. What is a book that you took a while to warm up to? And that would be We Are All Completely Beside Ourselves. Now, this is a book that I don't see talked about very often on Booktube. It was published in 2013, so it's a bit older. And it is weird. It is a weird piece of literature. But it starts off I guess slow is the right word. I don't know. It reveals things slowly, and you find the weirdness out kind of in the middle of the book. I think it's been a little bit since I read it, but it is very, very good. And when I started it, I was kind of unsure about it, because it's also, I guess you could say it's contemporary or literary fiction-ish, just general adult fiction, and that's not usually what I go for. I don't dislike the genre by any means, but it's not my top favorite, so I was a bit unsure about it. But definitely by the halfway point, I really, really liked this book. I believe I gave it 4 stars, and I definitely recommend you read it. I don't want to give anything away about it because that would totally ruin it. This is a book you have to go in knowing nothing about it before you read it. So just take my word for it and please read it. Okay, next question is Michelle, your favorite strong female character. There are a lot, but the book I'm reading currently is The Girl with the Louding Voice by Abi Dade, and Aduni, the main character of this book, is so, oh my god, I admire her so much. She is a really, really strong person, and she faces so much adversity just because she is a woman, and it's about her life in growing up in Nigeria, and she is basically sold to this man to be one of his wives, and she doesn't want to do that. She wants to go to school, and like I said, I am still in the middle of it, but my gosh, she is just such an admirable character, really, really strong woman. Next is Clare, who is my favorite Derry girl, and the prompt is your favorite LGBT romance, bonus points if it's an FF romance. And that would be a book I read fairly recently, which is Last Night at the Telegraph Club. This is about a Chinese-American girl falling in love with an Italian-American girl and kind of discovering her sexuality and trying to juggle that while also juggling being Chinese American during the Red Scare in the 1950s in America, and trying to juggle her parents' expectations for her. And it is such a good book. It is so well written. It handles these issues so well. I really highly recommend this. Next is Orla, a character with their head in the clouds. This was a tough one, but I ended up picking the main character of Earthlings. If you've read this book, I don't know if you describe her as having her head in the clouds, but I guess you could. I mean, she believes she is an alien, even though she's not, maybe? It's hard to describe this book. It is one of the strangest books I've ever read. And I know a lot of other people feel that way too, but the main character is definitely a weird one, and she definitely lives in her own little world. So that's what I'm going with. Next is James, who is the male character who moves to Derry and has to go to the all-girls school for some reason. He's so funny, I love him. And this prompt is for a translated book. Now, if you guys know my channel, you know that I read a lot of translated works. I'm actually hosting a readathon as I'm filming this called Linguathon, which focuses on reading translated books. So, I am going to talk about Kitchen by Banana Yoshimoto. I recently finished this book, actually. I was reading it in Japanese, and I recently got this English version to show you guys from a friend who gave it to me for free. Thank you. And this is a really important piece of Japanese literature. It focuses on a trans woman and how her life impacts her son and this other woman. It's hard to explain because I don't want to give anything away. Is there a synopsis in here? No. I don't think so. I'm sorry. There's no synopsis, but it's a beautiful book, and it's really a very, very famous piece of Japanese literature. It's a classic, and I highly recommend this. And the next prompt is Sister Michael, a book you studied in school. I recently made a video tier ranking all the books I read for high school, so if you want to watch that, I'll link it up there. But also, I wanted to talk about a book that I didn't already talk about in there. So I read The Outsiders during middle school, and I loved it. I really, really loved this. I think it was the only book I read in middle school that I really genuinely liked. I still rated it 5 stars. It's really, really good. It's about these greasers, or like they're underprivileged kids, and they're kind of against the more privileged kids in their school and neighborhood, and you get to see them, and their relationships with each other are really what the book is about, and that's what really shines about the book. I love it so much, and it's really, really great, and you should read it. The next prompt is Grandpa Joe, a cranky character or grumpy character that you can't help but love. And for me, I picked Alex Fierro from Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series. I love them. Loki is their father, and I really love Alex. I love that they're non-binary. I love that they can like shapeshift, and they have that relationship with Loki and with Magnus, and I love them. They're so cute, and I just love their little grumpy personality. The next prompt is Mary and Da Gerry, your favorite bookish parents. This was hard because a lot of books, the parents are dead, or like the main conflict comes from the parents. But I picked the parents from Elatsue because they're just so supportive and actually present in the book. And as a YA book, I think that's kind of rare to like have the parents actually play a pretty big positive part of the story. And they really help Elatsue a lot, and they have such a positive relationship with everyone. And that family is so nice, and I love them. And to me, that was the best part of the book, their family relationship. So I think they really made the book really good in my eyes. And then we have Jenny Joyce, your favorite bookish clever clogs. I've never heard that term. I don't know. I'm assuming it's used in the UK or Ireland. I'm not sure. But I picked Beatrice from the Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow because that is one of my favorite books, and I love Beatrice especially. She is a librarian. She's the sister who's like the book smart one, and I love her so much for various reasons. If you've read the book, you probably know, but my gosh, she was just so great. I loved her role in the story, and I just love her. I love how she just loves books, and she loves her job as a librarian. And she's great. She's a great, great character. Next is Aunt Sarah, a book with a pretty cover. And there are so many that I could pick for this, but I'm going to pick In the Quick by Kate Hope Day because the cover is what drew me to the book. You never see a sci-fi book with such a beautiful pastel pink cover, and the astronaut just draws you in, and I love it. Everything about this cover design is amazing and beautiful. And last, Uncle Colm, a book you can't shut up about. And for me, that would be Ancillary Justice by Ann Leckie. I've talked about this book a lot. If you've watched my videos, I really love this book. It is my favorite series of all time. It's a sci-fi series about an AI named Breck who goes against the leader of her empire that she used to serve. And there's a lot of politics in it. There's such great world building. Oh my god. So many different facets of it. So many different planets that they visit. Beautiful, beautiful writing by Ann Leckie. Again, you can see that I will keep talking about it if I don't stop myself. So if you have not read this yet, please check it out. Or please check out Ann Leckie's fantasy book, The Raven Tower. If you're not into sci-fi, that is also an amazing book. Ann Leckie is just great and I love her. Alright, and that is it for this really fun tag video. Now it says to tag anyone who is a fan of Derry Girls, so if you're a fan of Derry Girls, consider yourself tagged, and please feel free to tell others that I was the one who tagged you. You know, even though I'm not saying anyone specific in this video, please feel free to do that. And if you like Derry Girls, please comment down below because I'd love to talk to you about it. Or if you've read any of these books, of course. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, please like and subscribe to my channel for more bookish videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!